1. For 2 years. The public watched Jeezy and Jeannie Mai present what seemed like a genuine love story that many people wanted to believe in. 2. Their relationship appeared to be a union between two individuals who had overcome personal struggles and found healing and authenticity in each other. 3. They spoke about one another in ways that resonated emotionally with audiences, creating a sense of sincerity and depth in their bond. 4. Together, they built a family and welcomed a daughter, reinforcing the image of a stable and loving partnership. 5. However, everything changed abruptly when Jeezy filed for divorce, catching Jeannie off guard with legal documents she had not anticipated. 6. The sudden collapse of their relationship shocked many, as the fairy tale image dissolved almost overnight. 7. Most people initially assumed that Jeezy would remain silent and handle the separation privately, maintaining his composed public persona. 8. Contrary to expectations, he began speaking out, revealing a much darker and more complex reality behind their marriage. 9. According to him, the day-to-day experience of being married differed significantly from the polished image presented on social media. 10. He described feeling manipulated and surrounded by dishonesty, suggesting that the relationship was emotionally suffocating. 11. Jeezy portrayed a version of the marriage where private behavior did not align with the public image. Jeannie maintained. 12. He indicated that he reached a breaking point where leaving felt like the only viable option. 13. As more details emerged, they painted a troubling picture that raised questions about Jeannie's true character off camera. 14. Jeezy remained careful with his public statements, which in itself suggested a deliberate approach to controlling the narrative. 15. He acknowledged that his mental health played a major role in his decision to end the marriage. 16. He expressed a desire to forgive but not forget, highlighting unresolved emotional pain. 17. Jeezy explained that he had to choose between staying in a damaging environment and prioritizing his own well-being. 18. He described waking up daily and performing the role of a husband, despite feeling disconnected internally. 19. According to him, the authenticity and peace he sought in life were absent within the marriage. 20. He emphasized that the foundation of their relationship lacked genuine emotional connection. 21. These statements suggested not a gradual drifting apart, but a sense of entrapment. 22. Jeezy mentioned that he had remained silent about many issues for a long time before finally sharing his perspective. 23. Sources close to the couple indicated that he had mentally checked out of the relationship well before filing for divorce. 24. Despite living under the same roof, they reportedly lived separate lives, interacting minimally. 25. This dynamic reflected not a temporary conflict, but a relationship that had already ended emotionally. 26. Jeezy's account suggested that deeper issues, rather than simple incompatibility, drove the separation. 27. He spoke about enduring circumstances rather than merely outgrowing the relationship. 28. He admitted withholding certain truths publicly to maintain personal integrity. 29. He described an environment filled with manipulation and dishonesty. 30. According to him, the love he expected was not expressed in meaningful ways. 31. Jeannie's public persona had long been built on openness, emotional intelligence, and authenticity. 32. She gained trust by candidly discussing her past relationships and personal growth. 33. When she married Jeezy, this image extended to their relationship, reinforcing the idea of a healed and evolved partnership. 34. However, some of her own past statements hinted at a dominant personality. 35. She described herself as someone who naturally takes control and leads in various aspects of life. 36. She acknowledged struggling with the concept of submission in relationships. 37. While she expressed a desire for a partner to lead at home, she admitted that embodying that dynamic was challenging. 38. If Jeezy's claims are accurate, this mismatch may have created tension within the marriage. 39. Sources suggested that Jeannie prioritized maintaining a perfect public image of the relationship. 40. This allegedly placed pressure on Jeezy to uphold an image that did not reflect reality. 41. The curated portrayal of their relationship required continuous performance. 42. Jeezy reportedly lacked the emotional capacity to sustain that performance while struggling internally. 43. Some insiders claim Jeannie was more invested in appearances than the relationship's actual health. 44. There were also suggestions that she wanted to preserve the marriage to protect her public image. 45. The idea of a second divorce conflicted with the narrative she had built about personal growth and lasting love. 46. This dynamic implied that Jeezy's well-being may have been secondary to maintaining appearances. 47. Rumors also circulated about Jeannie's professional relationship with Mario Lopez. 48. Although never confirmed, speculation about their closeness added another layer of complexity to the situation. 49. Ultimately, both sides of the story reveal a complicated relationship where image, personal struggles, and conflicting needs intersected. 50. The situation remains unresolved in the public eye, leaving people to question whether Jeezy's narrative reflects truth or a carefully constructed perspective.